So a comment arrived on one of my videos saying that it would be really cool to see a structure block randomizer be created using the integrity and seed aspects of the structure block. And they were implying that I would do that. However, I have no clue what... Yeah, here we go. Structure, integrity, and seed. I don't know much about these settings. I know that they visually affect the structure, and so I'd really like to learn what they do today. And that's what we're going to be doing. I have the idea of messing with a custom tree, actually. And before we get into that, just an update on this since we made this last episode. It's going good. We have almost a full double chest of iron, and of course, I crafted all of the iron that was in the chest before into iron blocks. So yeah, we're doing really good on that. We're also getting a bunch of bone meal too, which I need to go stuff into the villager breeder. But yeah, this project from last episode's going great. So you'll notice that around my island, there are a ton of trees. This is the villager breeder, by the way. Yeah, I put trees like all over the place. I tried to put jungle trees because they looked, you know, they're taller. I kind of like that tall tree, like feeling like you're sort of a little bit small in a forest feeling. Let's pop the bone meal in. There we go. Should start getting carrots, and then we can get lots of baby villagers because we are missing some professions, so it'd be nice to get those. But yeah, if we could make some custom trees and then use the what are these? Structure, integrity, and seed. If we could use those to somehow cause variation between the trees, that could add a really, really cool effect to our island here. Oh, that's so loud. I think that means that or I know that means that a baby villager has been borned. Let's go look at that. Hi, look at, there he is. Woohoo! Cool, we should be able to get some more villager types. So to start off with, we're gonna make a simple tree here. And I'm gonna try and go for the taiga tree type because the leaves look the best over here, and I think that the wood looks pretty good. So we'll just do something fairly basic. The idea being that we are going to mostly just be using this to test the integrity and seed and kind of see what they do and how we can manipulate it and make it look cool. Oh, I don't have any. I need some of these. Perfect. Look at this tree already. It is very bland. Let's see. I'm actually starting to carry scaffolding around in my inventory now. And it's pretty awesome. Yeah, I got rid of those roots at the bottom. I think that that only works if the tree is like more like a jungle tree. Like it's got to be more chunky. Otherwise it just looks strange. Well, clearly this is a masterpiece. Just to make it look more like a custom tree, we could kind of... We would use spruce leaves, but we could do this thing. I kind of liked having leaves at the bottom. I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. Because a lot of trees, like, they tend to have, like, little plants around them sometimes. It depends on the roots, but it can look cool. Oh, weird. It actually looks better with the jungle leaves. Probably because the jungle leaves are closer to the color of the grass. So it's more like the grass coming up to the tree rather than the tree going down to the grass. So yeah, seriously, obviously this is not a very beautiful tree. But it doesn't need to be very beautiful because we want to test... Well, we want to mess with it, really, is what we want to do. Let's see where to put the structure block here. Man, maybe I should have made it out of this warped wood stuff. This stuff is crazy cool. All right, let's put the corner structure block here. And set it to corner. Okay, so now we have the corner one there. And we have the custom tree. Then we go detect. Aha! All right, so now we have our custom tree. We got to make sure and save it. There we go. And now we can start messing with it. So I haven't yet looked at the wiki. We'll probably do that later. Because there's some things you can only really know just by trying them. You know what I mean? So we're just going to start poking buttons. So this is a 1.0. I'm guessing that this goes from 0 to 1. So we're going to set this to be right smack in the center. And let's just work with one variable at a time. So we won't mess with the seed yet. Let's just work with the structure integrity. So if we load, oh, that's not really where I expected it to be. So let's go to and load. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoa, that's weird though. What in the? What? So it's like it just left some blocks behind. I wonder how it decides that. Actually, if we do this again, does it? Oh, it's random. Yeah, so we got another block. Interesting. So if we load this enough times, do we get the full structure? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so all that does is it decides how many blocks to put in, I guess. Okay, so that's fairly simple. Let's try this again, but like at an extreme value. So 0.1 should load in like 2 blocks or something. Oh yeah. We get 3 leaves, 1 trunk, and one of the leaves at the bottom. Beautiful. Interesting. Okay, so structure integrity is kind of like how much is it broken down? 0.1 is like only 10% of it is there. And apparently the 10% that's there is randomized. Like this time we got 2, and it doesn't seem to destroy any blocks. But let's mess with the seed now, because I bet that that's going to be a lot more interesting. I have no clue how it's going to determine this, and I don't know if there's any way to influence it. So this is where I might need to look up. Let's make a funny seed. Better tree. I don't know if that works. I don't know if you need numbers or if you can do it. Because in Minecraft, you can do word seeds, and then it just automatically turns it into a number. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, we'll just do 1, 4, and then 3, 5. That's great seed, right? Load. Fascinating. It looks a lot like normal. There must be something that we can do to adjust the seed. There's got to be some control over the seed that we have, right? So before I go look at the wiki, let's try combining the seed and maybe the structure integrity. If we give it a different seed, does that control how it changes the integrity? Or like, let's do 1, 1, 1, I guess. Sure. I don't know that that's doing anything. I might need to go look up. There's got to be something that we can do. So it looks like I was actually kind of right. The structure integrity and seed, they work together. And what it sounds like is if we define a integrity, so we're going to do like 0.8, because I think that when we're using the custom trees, we'll probably want a higher number because we'll want the majority of the tree to be there. And then we're going to pick a seed. We'll do 2 and 2. And then we'll hit done here. And then we're going to copy those settings. And if I understand this right, we should actually get the same tree, which would be pretty significant. They'll both have parts of it removed, but it should be the same parts. Okay. So that's really interesting. That means that we have pretty decent control over how it removes the blocks. Yeah, because we got 1 leaf gone there, 1 leaf gone there, obviously right in the trunk. And then I think there's one on the back. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. it means that we can randomize our structures a little bit by just messing with the structure integrity. So through this process, one thing that's become obvious to me is you don't want a thin structure, because there's a chance that it'll just remove this section right out of the middle of it. So I think for our custom trees, where's the spruce wood? If we made, this is just a stand-in, but if we made like a, a 3x3 or a 2x2 tree and allowed it to have some removed blocks and stuff, that would maybe look better. If we did something like this and then it just chopped out, I don't know, this block and then this block, yeah, then it might look okay and it could look kind of interesting. Look, I made a Christmas ornament tree. It's kind of like a big sphere, but it looks dumber. This actually could be perfect for the whole structure integrity thing. Because if it's a perfect shape and then you take some of the blocks away, it's going to naturally look more organic, I think, which could work perfectly. This little like L shape at the bottom is, I don't know if that's going to be weird or if that'll help. It might need a few more roots. But yeah, we'll just try this one out and see what happens. Okay, so I gave it some more roots. It's floating in midair, but the structure itself is actually on the ground, so it should be fine. I also gave it a weird little branch thing just to see what would happen, kind of trying to just make it break. Although it sort of looks like the tree has a hand and it's reaching out and trying to use the force on me, so I covered it up with leaves to hide it. Because like, if I take some of these leaves off, it looks like he's pointing at me. He's like, you force choke. I don't know. Okay, so let's save this. I saved it as custom tree 2, and now we shall break it. Okay, so we are going to give this, I think we're going to give it a 0.7 because it seemed like 0.8 did too much. And then we're going to give it a seed, because the cool thing is if we find a seed that we really like, where it actually makes my ugly tree look good, then we should keep that seed and like use it all over the place, right? So I might methodically go through these seeds off camera. We'll just do 0.7 and 2. And I might get hit in the face with a root. Oh, no. Whoa. Definitely looks more organic. Not sure if it looks good, though. It kind of does. Its base got super wrecked. And actually, one of the things I was thinking of is we could potentially separate this into 2 different structure files. And maybe the base has like, we always do like 100% structural integrity. And then the top part is what gets messed with. I don't know. Let's try another one. So I did kind of like 0.7. I think 0.7 is promising. And that seed was actually fairly promising as well. Let's change this to 6.5. I don't know if it'll do that, but we'll try. Let's try seed 3. See what we get. Whoa. This one has a better base for sure. Man, its leaves got like, they look really weird. I think some of the logs disappeared from the inside of there or something, because it's like, it naturally looks more organic though. It really does. Let me just stick I don't know how easy it is to see, but yeah. It definitely looks a lot more organic. Dude, this is the solution to my problem. I never have to build anything organically again. I just structure block it and then lower the structure integrity. I always build really geometric, you know, lots of lines, lots of shapes, because I'm not very imaginative when it comes to building, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, this is pretty organic. I want to try more of these. So I've streamlined this whole process. So now we should be able to just take a look at like, say 4 and be like, that looks awful, honestly. Boop, clear it out and try another one. Oh wait, no, that's the same seed. Gotta change the seed. Although we could try, if we set it to 7. Oh, you can see that it's the same seed. It has that same sort of like C almost shape. Interesting. So we don't even have to use seeds. Like, honestly, we could just work off of a certain structure integrity point. So like, say 0.75, which I'm finding tends to look pretty decent. Because the tree looks whole and together, but it looks more organic than the weird thing I made. See, like this is what I meant too with like making it thicker. So some of the blocks go away, right? But it still looks like it's all one tree. So I definitely think that's important with structure integrity. But one problem we have here, you'll notice there's redstone running to the structure block. Now, you see all these trees here? I don't really want to go set up an individual structure block at every single one of those and set all of the coordinates every single time. That sounds horrible. So we need a way to run this remotely. And I haven't figured out a good way of doing it, but we're going to try. If we can't, it's a lot of trees. I don't know what'll happen. But yeah, let's try it. Let's see if we can manage to run this thing remotely. So first thing we're going to try here is potentially the easiest solution. If we can get this to work consistently, then we'll have consistency. Okay, so this just sets a redstone block right next to the structure block. So obviously we'll be able to tell if it works if a giant tree appears. Wait. I didn't think that would work on the first try. I'm breaking this with command blocks because technically I didn't mine that redstone, and so I don't want to get it back as a block either, if that makes sense. One of the things we do to balance stuff. Wait, this just works consistently? This is way easier. Dude, okay, hang on. I don't know if they've updated structure blocks, but if they have, that would be amazing. This setup here is very bad, very janky. It actually uses observers to detect this changing from one state to the other, and then it like triggers redstone. It's very janky. If I could have just used a redstone block here, that would have been like 500 light years easier. I'm like certain that I tried this before, but clearly something has changed. I don't know why this didn't work at the other place, but I'm glad it works now. Okay, so now if I modify a couple things in the command block, swap this to be a chain, it always has redstone, we're going to try to set a structure block and then a redstone block right next to it. And that might not trigger the structure block, but... what? But I set it to be load mode. Not data mode. Guess we also have to set the mode in here, potentially. Okay. Badoop. It works! Why? This is amazing. We can place a structure block and a redstone block and have it trigger. Did they change this? They must have changed this. Or else I'm an idiot. Actually, that's pretty plausible. Well, anyway, it works. Oh, cool. So now the master plan can begin to come together. We're back up at the Iron Golem farm, which is collecting a ton of bone meal, which I have used up trying to breed villagers, actually. But the idea that I have is that we're going to, let's say, plant... for now, we'll just do one. We'll say we'll plant a tree, and then rather than right-clicking, we will just toss the bone meal on the ground, and that bone meal will get run by a command and then turn into, boom, this. Or maybe it'd be more fair if we like had to throw a couple bone meal or something. Like if there was 2 stacked up like that, then it would make the custom tree. We could mess with that, but basically that's the idea. So I'm gonna try coding that, and then we'll see if we can do it before the end of the episode. Okay, so I think everything is in order. We just have to turn this command block to be repeating, and we should be able to, well, we're actually going to break this first. Oh boy, I'm a little scared. You know what? Let's just make sure. Okay, none exist. It just said hi. If there was any... Okay. I had to check. I had to check if there were any entities that existed that met these conditions, because I don't want random trees popping up in random places. I mean, okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. This is off, right? Okay, yeah. So now it's on. Okay, so if we pop a sapling on here and then toss 4 bone meal. 1, 2, 3, 4, and step away. Nothing happens. It's incredible, isn't it? I'm impressed as much as you are, you know? Just, wow. Oh. What? Ah. Look at what I changed. In commands, you have to preface the item with where it comes from. So like if you have a data pack, instead of Minecraft, it would say like Talon's stupid tree idea, you know? But in this case, you have to make sure that it says Minecraft. So once again, we're going to flip the switch on, and hopefully I'm not going to get punched in the face with a bunch of, well, with an entire tree. Oh, hey, it works. It actually works. Oh, get the bone meal back. This is a horrible looking tree. How come the one that had to work had to be so ugly? Hey, you know what? We take ugly trees here, you know? Probably better than what I could have come up with. So, to get the bone meal working, this is going to be the final test. This test is a little weird. Let's stick 3 there before I throw the last one. What should happen is as soon as the structure spawns, it should say hi. I didn't put the kill command in there yet to kill the 4 bone meal. Oh, it said hi. That's good. That's good. Okay. You always want to test it first with something non-destructive before you go all in. So now that it said hi, now I can kill that item that it already found. So we're not just going to be killing like random cows or random bone meal that I dropped somewhere. So if I'm brave, we can actually try this out on flat ground. Here we go. What? The bone meal disappeared before the tree grew. Okay. Oh, maybe I need to take this command block and stick it over here. And then if we try... Sometimes it doesn't clear the structure block if there's no trunk that's placed on it. Oh my. This is a monstrosity. How come we get all the ugly ones? Have I been blind? Have we been getting the ugly ones all along? We're gonna try it anyway. I don't care. We'll have ugly trees all over. Ugly custom trees. Wait, was that 3? 4. Oh yeah, that time it didn't destroy the redstone block. But we can destroy that after the fact. Pretty easily. That one looks a lot better. Wait, let's go put it in a place where it's a lot more important. Right here on this hill. I can see it from right outside my entrance, I believe. Oh, kind of. I guess that's more when I'm running around. Yeah, so you see it here. And then when you go past this tree, you see it there. And when you go over here, I mean, it's on top of the hill. You see it everywhere. So let's raise the stakes a little bit and change this tree out to be a beautiful, mind you, a beautiful custom tree. Oh boy. This is probably a mistake. We're gonna get an ugly one. Oh, it's actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad. It's I think that we could do a little bit more work eventually one day, not today, on the design of the tree. That doesn't look that bad though. I actually kind of like it. It's weird, but I kind of like it. This angle, I don't know how much it looks like a tree. Kind of looks like a large bush, which is fine. But I mean, we can make taller trees. We've proved this concept. We've prototyped it, right? So we can adjust this later. We can make like a jungle version, which is probably what I'd put over here because I like the jungle leaf color. The spruce leaf color is better for the gross yellowy green grass, but over there we could put, jungle trees. We could make a birch version and mix it up. We could make an oak version. I mean, we could make all the types, and we can make tall ones, big ones, randomize it properly. I don't think I have time to make the randomizer today because that involves going into a data pack and just writing stuff. Basically, it's not interesting for video, so I'd have to just do it off camera, and it'd be a lot of off camera work. But this prototype has proven to be awesome. Ooh, let's put another one right. Oh, I have it in my helper already. Here. This one's gonna be ugly, isn't it? Not too bad. It's kind of fun. The seed or the structure integrity randomizes it quite a bit, actually. There is sort of a some of these trees seem to have like a bald side, but it's certainly more interesting than the normal trees. Although it's a lot less normal looking, but these are kind of weird. Oh my goodness. All right, before we end it, we are out here in the plains, and I'm gonna spam these new trees that we just made, and then we're gonna take a look at it from far away, I think. So, all right, here we go. It's kind of crazy. This runs off of like one command block. Well, I guess it technically runs off of 5, but the detection thing is just 1. Look at this. This looks like a forest. A strange forest. Okay, let's look at it from far away. We're like flying over it. Oh, it looks way more like a forest from above. I think it's the bottom half that's weird. I think the top half with that like circly thing that kind of just gets, sometimes it gets a leaf removed here and there. I think that's probably the best part about it. I think the bottom half of it is just strange, and we could improve it later. But yeah, look at this. This is definitely a forest. You could, if you were walking through this, I don't think you would really think about these trees. You would just kind of, well, maybe that one. Some of them look weird. But I mean, if you were just walking through, you wouldn't even think, you'd be like, yeah, this is a forest. Like, look, even just without rotations and without mirroring, look at how different these trees look. You couldn't tell that these are all from the same angle. At least I can't. For all I could see, if I didn't already know, I would say that they're rotated around and stuff. Like, that's pretty cool. Yeah, this has gone very well. So I can confidently say now that I understand this structure integrity and the seed, and we actually put it to use in making these customized random trees that like have things chopped out of them and stuff. But yeah, cool. Knowledge acquired. But yeah, that's going to be it from me from this episode. Let's go look at the forest one more time. I hope you enjoyed. It was pretty funny. Don't feel bad if you laugh at my trees. They're kind of ugly. Oh, man. And hey, if you have ideas, oopsies, about how to make them look better, let me know in the comments. I could use all the help that I can get. But overall, they look great. They look really great in a forest setting where you're not looking at an individual tree. That's what I'm discovering here. But yeah, that's it from me. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Later.